While taking her medication, the girl accidentally scraped her fingernail against the bottle and discovered another label underneath, one that clearly bore her mother's name. At that moment, she realized the pills she had been taking for 17 years might have been an elaborate deception from the very beginning. Chloe secretly went downstairs to search online, but her mother had anticipated this and cut off the internet in advance. The next day, her mother even put on a show of calling the internet provider to complain, hoping to dispel her daughter's suspicions. Believing she had been exposed, Chloe casually mentioned during a conversation with her mother that she had used the computer the night before without specifying what for, successfully convincing her mother that she was being overly suspicious. Back in her room, Chloe randomly dialed a stranger's number, hoping for luck. Though confused, the person agreed to look up the medication named digoxin online. The results showed it was a red capsule used to treat heart disease, but her pills were clearly a different color. This meant the old label beneath the bottle was also fake. To uncover the truth, she would have to take the pills to a pharmacy herself. During dinner, Chloe suggested going to see a movie. Though hesitant, her mother had no choice but to agree. When the film reached its climax, Chloe excused herself to use the restroom and bolted from the theater. She crossed the street to a pharmacy and handed the pills to the counter. The pharmacist examined them and said they were muscle relaxants for dogs. Chloe pressed further, asking what would happen if a person took them. Just then, her mother sensed something was wrong and tracked her down to the pharmacy. The pharmacist's final words: they would cause paralysis of the lower limbs. The intense emotional distress triggered an asthma attack. She could only watch helplessly as her mother dismissed the bystanders and injected her with a sedative. Her mother hurriedly brought Chloe home and decided to obtain medication to erase her memory. When Chloe woke up, her first instinct was to escape, but she found the front door blocked by a mop handle. She gathered all the power strips and plugged them in, then retrieved a soldering iron and a blanket. Finally, taking a mouthful of water, she climbed out the window using only her upper body strength and made her way toward the living room window. She plugged in the soldering iron and jabbed it at the center of the glass. When the heat caused cracks to appear, she sprayed the water from her mouth. The sudden temperature change shattered the glass instantly. After crawling into the living room, she got into the elevator to go downstairs, only to find the remote unresponsive. The power had been cut. With no other option, she rolled down the stairs, then quickly climbed into her wheelchair and fled outside. Halfway down the road, she encountered a mail carrier who decided to help her, but just as she was about to get in the vehicle, her mother returned from buying the drugs. The driver hid Chloe behind the car and confronted Anna alone. With no other recourse, Anna returned to her car, allowing the driver to take Chloe away. But just as the driver was about to close the door, Anna suddenly lunged forward and the driver collapsed to the ground. When Chloe regained consciousness, she found herself in the basement. A box on a bookshelf caught her attention. She crawled over and pulled it down. A childhood photograph proved she hadn't been paralyzed from birth. It turned out Anna's baby had died shortly after birth. Desperate to become a mother, she had stolen Chloe from the maternity ward. To prevent her from escaping, she had kept her imprisoned at home for life.